All right. All right, we're starting another round. So we have some of our girls starting the course. They're both pretty close at the moment. The right lane is starting to take the lead. Just like that. Oh, it seems her zip line's kind of stuck there. She didn't get enough momentum into it, so she's got to kind of slide it in now. And they're neck and neck at the moment. They both missed the pole to the trapeze, and they both decide to restart the obstacle. Our winner of this round is going to be Kira. Candelaria is still fighting. Uh, is it? We're going to start our next couple of runners. Ah, it seems they're both from Nickel City. They're about even coming into this ring obstacle. The left plate's kind of pulling away here. She's hanging on with one hand, actually. But just like that, they're tied up. Oh no. Seems like they both had a fail. So unfortunately, they're going to have to restart the obstacle. Come back on. They're moving. All right, monitor's on. Now we're seeing the HQ mine. You know what they usually use it? Is this for? That's for the converter. All right. All right. How do we get the display on here now? All right. I mean, I have a list of athletes on my phone, but I don't know who and I don't know who's facing them. Any minute now, we're going to be starting our next round of runners. See them both doing some last minute preparations before their run. Just switching up a couple things on that left lane, so you see that on the camera. Looks like we're finally starting. They're both starting at the blocks. One swing at each on these rings. Oh, that 1-2 to get off there. She's in the lead. He's sliding with two hands. She's sliding with one. They're both using that backswing effectively. Coming down the ladder, they're looking pretty close here. Oh no, she misses the ring. Gets to take an extra swing. Yeah, she's pulling away and she gets the buzzer. Great performance out of both of them. It was really neck and neck the entire race. I believe our next runners are going to be Nikhil and no, I'm wrong. They're so done to the girls. Okay, our runner at the moment is Shayla Musklow coming out of Aspire Whitby. She's facing no one but herself, so she's just going for the fastest time she possibly can. Look at that. Taking one swing on each of these rings. She gets off. She's on the dismount. Coming over that tire. She's good. Gonna use that side to climb up. Yeah. She's kicking, getting across that zip line. She's gonna build up her swing here so she get more momentum. Gorgeous. One-handed. Oh yeah, she's fighting for it. She's skipping one ladder every movement. Might want to do one more at the end. She does. She's gonna be able to reach it. Take that dismount. Good. Now she's got a little bit of bounce left, and she's there. She's gonna hit the buzzer at a great time. She's gonna finish at a time of 50 seconds. Great job by Shayla. Okay. Now our next runners are going to be Nikhil and I'm unsure who's on the right side. Well, he seems like he's coming out as a Kata Ninja Warrior, and that is a very strong team, and they're off. Oh, I think Nikhil hit the ground at the beginning, but yeah, you see that. I think he's being told that he has to go backwards. Yeah, he hit that blue mat, so looks like he's gonna have a huge advantage on here. And he's taking his time. I think he knows that he can win this race if he just moves efficiently. He's staying calm. Oh no. He drops. Yeah, and he didn't get to the platform, so he is gonna have to go back and restart the obstacle. It's not gonna be a problem for him though. He's got to get a bigger swing on this one. Yeah, this time he's able to reset your P's bar. He's building his swing. I believe this is Benjamin Page Polchak, actually. And he's going to get that buzzer. It's going to be at a time of 1 minute 18 seconds. Seems like we're going to have a rerun here. All right, this time he makes sure he does not put his foot on the ground, and here he comes. One backswing on each of these rings. Yeah, he's using as little swing as possible, so he's wasting as little time as possible. He's going up to that tire. Makes his way down. Cross that balance beam, no problem for him. Zip line here. He needs a big pull here between these two rings to make sure he gets up to that trapeze. Oh no, that's not gonna be it. He's short. Yeah, that's a struggle. He's fighting it. Ah, Porgy just misses with his hands. He's gonna have to retry the obstacle, but should not be a problem this turn. He knows what he messed up on the last attempt. Yeah, in this turn you see already he's making up a much bigger swing. Ah, he misses again. He's gonna have to pull hard. Nope. Hands are just short right there. He's going for one more. We need to see a huge swing out of him this one. Come on. Builds it. Ah. She Coach Justin trying to give him some advice here. But time's running short here. He only has 5 seconds left on the clock. Unfortunately, that's going to be the end of his run. He did fight hard for it, but he's just not able to get past this ring slider. And I'll tell you right here, that obstacle is a lot harder than it looks. Got some athletes coming out of Warrior Factory and Zakata. And here they are. See, he's building up a big swing just to get that first reach there. From here, he's going to have momentum across, so it doesn't seem like he's going to have to take an extra backswing other than the ones he uses for the ring. Yeah, look at him now. He's moving. Pretty calm across that balance beam. Keeping it light. That's straight to that ring. He's going to build it up. You just got to get to that second one. But here, he cannot make that same mistake. He just doesn't have enough here. It's a big pull for these kids. You've seen it happen with a couple of other athletes already. Yeah, and he makes a decision to drop down. Coach Adam telling him, see, he's having a little strategy just now, but look at that. They're head to head just again. That, oh no, that's a bad fall. He landed on his knees, and I think he's hurt a bit. Yeah, he looks like he's struggling. Yeah, time's going to run out for both of them. Neither are going to be able to get past that zipline obstacle. On the right side, we're going to have Kyle Konsak. And on the left side, we're going to have Cole Hatcher. Here they go. Oh, we see a big swing out of Cole here. Might see a little underbar at the end. No, we don't, but he has more than enough power to make it to that tire. Actually, he has to take a backswing because he was going to overshoot it. Now across that balance beam. You see he's already moving at a fast pace here. Yeah, he gets a huge swing this time. He might be able to reach up to trapeze, and he does it. That's good. Now he's already to that ladder. He's going to be skipping some moves right here, using every other bar in there. And he reaches to that ring, and he's pulled out of there. Coming up, he's just running, and this is going to be a fast time. He finishes with roughly 45 seconds. He's going to get the win there. Ah, you see, still fighting. Yeah. Unfortunately, he's going to time out. Good job by Kyle. Our next runners is going to be Lucas Nigo and Nikhil Lamba. Okay, this is Nikhil. Nikhil's going to be on the left side, and Lucas is going to be on the right. If you've been watching the competitions throughout the weekend, you know how strong these two competitors are. I think we're going to see a very fast race out of these two. I think either of them could take this race. They are both super fast athletes. Few last second preparations. All right, looks like we're going to start off this race. Lucas to the big stride and a little stumble there, but he's okay. Here comes the keel. Ah, Lucas misses with his first hand, and Nikhil has the advantage so far. Yeah, Nikhil's going to get a little gap over Lucas. He's the one leading this race at the moment. He's using that to climb up higher, but he can just go to that dismount platform. And they are about tied once again. Lucas with a slight advantage now because he had a faster slide across there, and they are close. Lucas with the quicker pull. Lucas already kicking back and forth. Nikhil needs to pull up and grab the bar. And just like that, Lucas is leading once again. And Nikhil has to restart the obstacle. Lucas has the opportunity to shut the door and win this race here. And looks like he's going to do that. He's going to finish at a time of 48 seconds. See Nikhil still fighting for it. You know, he needs more momentum to get that big pull there. But he's just going to keep on going from now. He's going to use that blue trapeze. He's going to start kicking back and forth. Yeah, he reaches that ladder, and you see he's skipping every other bar. He still has plenty to be proud of. Is he going to finish in time? Yes, he still gets the finish. He does not time out. That's something to be happy about right there. Okay. Our next runners is going to be Beckett and Gianluca. I believe that's how you pronounce them. Beckett Bathy and Gianluca Bigiani. Beckett's going to be on your left side. Gianluca is going to be on your right. Gianluca is going to be coming out of Nickel City Ninjas, and Beckett is coming out of Aspire Whitby. All right, here they come. Pretty close so far. Taking those pulls on those rings. Beckett's taking the lead so far. Gianluca's a bit behind him. He has about a half obstacle advantage. Yeah, and he's going to power through that slider. We need to see a big pull here. No, unless he has a huge pull-up strength. He's not going to be raging. I take that back immediately. I severely underestimated Beckett. He's able to pull up to that trapeze with no trouble. And just like that, he's at the back end of that ladder. This is a very fast time. This might be the fastest time we've seen. And he is pushing. Here he comes. He hits the buzzer. He's going to get a time of 45. Wow, you see John Luca, he's still on the slider. He may have enough time to finish his course to be able to get it on this attempt. But he does need a huge pull here. Oh, alright. Because I can read that. Alright, next runners are going to be Maxime Price and Eric. It's going to be Eric Norg. Maxime's going to be on your right. Eric's going to be on your left. Eric's coming out of Cardia. Maxime's coming out of Nickel City. Oh my goodness, Eric is taking a lead. He runs into that first one. See, they're both pulling though. It's kind of close here. Here comes Eric. See that backwards hat? You know he has the swag on this course, as he has the swag in his outfit. And seems right with him. We do need to see a pull here. Yeah, he knows it. Great strategy from the coach, and he's able to reach that trapeze. And just like that, he's on the ladder. He's gonna pull back and forth. Oh, he tried to skip two right there. Maxine's right there. Wow, it's close. It is head to head. It's a race to the buzzer, and Eric is going to get him. Wow, that was an entertaining finish. He finished at a time 48. That was very, very, like, I don't have words for that race. That was incredible out of both of them. Okay. As this is a tournament, there's going to be a couple of changes going on. You see, they're doing a couple of resets on that course, making a few changes. All right, we are back. We're gonna have Kira Moore facing Shayla Musklow. They're the 8 and the 9 seeds. All right, you see we got Shayla Musklow on our right side, and we got Kira Moore on our left. Kira's the 8 seed, Shayla's being the 9 seed, of course. The winner of this race is going to move on and face Paige Cutler. And they are off. They are right neck to neck with each other. With Shayla having the slight advantage, I would say. Yeah, look at that. Shayla's off first. Kira's right with her. See, this is exactly what we want to see in head-to-head. We want to see these competitive races here, and that's why we had this rig set up. And they are delivering. They need a big pull here. Shayla gets it. Oh no, a little backswing's needed. And just like that, Kira's taking the edge here. She might, if she's just able to get this dismount quickly, she's going to win the race. Assuming she doesn't slip up, it seems like Kira is going to get the buzzer and win the race. Look at Shayla, she's going to finish 2. Great job. Aspire would be really represented in that race, and that was a great performance out of both of them. but it will be Kira Moore who's going to move on and face Paige Cutler in the next round. Now, looking at our boys' side, we have Lucas Go against Cole Hatcher. Lucas is on our left, Cole's on our right. All right. The winner of this race between them two is going to go on and face Noah Hallam in the next round. Lucas is the 8 seed and Cole is the 9 seed. This is going to be an exciting race. All right, they are off. Lucas and Owen are identical. Not Owen, Cole. His brother's name's Owen. All right. Lucas does take the lead here. Slight advantage coming out of this balance obstacle, and he has the advantage going through the slider. He needs a big pull here. This is where he kind of struggled in his first run, and he makes up for it on this one. He's going to take that backswing, and just like that, he's on that ladder, make those movements. You see Cole's right next to him, though. He cannot slouch here, and you see he does a 1-2 move. He reaches the ring. He's able to get it. They're both pulling. It's a race to the buzzer, and Lucas gets there, and Lucas is going to move on. Cole's right behind him. That's a great performance out of both of them. You see they're both happy with that. That was a blazing fast time. All right, our next race is going to be Ivy. I think it's going to be Ivy Davidson on our left side, who's the 7th seed, versus Kira Morgan on our right, who is the 10th seed. Winner of this is going to face Emma in the second round. All right, let's see if it. Both neck and neck here. We see Kira's kind of taking a slight advantage on this first obstacle. She's going to pull out, and then, yeah, she's got a half obstacle advantage over Ivy at the moment. But it's very easy to make it up on such a difficult course like this. See, Kira needs a big pull here if she wants to reach up to the trapeze, and that's what she does. But Ivy's right behind her. You know, you can always make up a lot of time on this ladder, but just like that, Kira's at the very end. If she pulls right away, she's going to be able to get it. You see, she's looking to her side. She's got to keep looking forward. Kira is going to get to that buzzer, and she's going to finish. She's going to move on to the next round. Ivy's right behind her. Real fast time out of both of them. Pretty efficient. Ivy will be facing Emma in that next round. All right, our next set of races are going to be Amin Basi coming out of Nickel City Ninjas. He is the 5 seed against Eric Norg, who's the 12 seed coming out of Cardia Ninjas. All right, the race is on the way. Here comes Eric. Looks like Eric's the one to get off first. Yeah, he has a big advantage over Amin. And we need to see a big pull coming out of him if he wants to reach that trapeze. Let's see if he makes his mistakes. He fixes it. That's good. Air skipping every other bar. He does have over an obstacle advantage over Amin. So assuming he doesn't fall here, he's going to be able to move on to that next round. And he does it. That's a great performance. Looks like he's limping a little bit there. I hope he's okay, but Amin's still fighting for it. He's on that trapeze bar. He's got to be able to up a swing and reach up to that ladder. He's still kicking here. He's fighting for it. Ah, he reaches for the ladder. He goes back for it. Come on, let's see it, Amin. Time's running, and he has been hanging for a while. That takes a lot of grip strength. And he makes it to the ladder. You see people starting to celebrate here. He does have time for a finish here, but he has to move it. About 10 seconds on the clock. He's going to make it. Yep. Yeah. And he does get the buzzer. Despite his loss, he should be happy with that. Come back and finish. Our next race should be Amia Tannen on our left side, who is a 6 seed, against Alyssa Serojan on our right side, who is the 11th seed. The winner will face Porto Williamson in that next round. The race is underway. Oh, they're going off the block fast. See Alyssa with the slight advantage at the moment. And she's off quickly. She's already at that zip line. She take a pull back, pull it. Yeah, she's already at that trapeze here. And she's building a big swing here. Let's see how quickly she can get on that ladder. But you see right there, Amia's right next to her. Oh, wow. That was so fast out that there. No, but her foot hit the ground. Oh, and that's... Oh, no. They both hit the ground. Alyssa got a bit lucky there. Because Amia was about to shut the door on her. And just like that, they're neck and neck once again. But Alyssa's the first to reach the ladder. You see she's taking it a bit more careful this time. She does not want another slip up. And Alyssa is going to be the first off the ladder. And she will get the win in this round. She hits that buzzer and makes up for a little stumble there. You see Amia's still fighting for it. She's going to go for that clear. She does get the buzzer. Good job out of Amia. All right, our next set of runners is going to be Nikhil Lamba versus Maxime Prince. Nikhil is going to be our left side and our 6th seed, and Maxime's going to be our right side and our 11th seed. It does Does not seem like that's going to be the case for this round, actually. I don't think those are the athletes. I think this is going to be Benjamin versus Beckett. Beckett is our right side, and Benjamin's on our left. Vice versa, actually. Benjamin's in the lead. You see Benjamin's taking some skips on there, but they are close here. Beckett can pull up here. He does get the victory. Oh, no. Yep, it's going to be Benjamin. Benjamin gets it. Benjamin does get the win there, and he's going to face Elias in the next round. You see Beckett's still fighting for it, though. Let's go, Beckett. Yeah, he's going quick through this ladder. He's going to finish, which is still a very fast time. Unable to move on, but that was a great performance. Seems like we might be starting our second round of athletes. It's going to be first. It's going to be Candelaria on our left side, who's a 4 seed, versus Annabelle on our right side, who's a 5 seed. Here we go. Annabelle has a slight advantage right now. She does take an extra swing getting into that ring. And both of them do, actually, so it's still neck and neck. See, they're both trying to fight to get that first ring there. Ah, Candelaria reached for it, and she misses. You see, they both just need more swing here. Ah, Candelaria gets it. She just needs to sustain that swing. All right, looks like they're gonna get off the dismount, and they're pretty close. Candelaria with like a slight advantage. No, Annabelle's gonna have to go backwards, and that's gonna cost her a bit here. Yeah. So you see that she's Candelaria kind of has a huge advantage here, but there's only 25 seconds on the clock, so she's gonna have to fight for the clear. But it won't really matter. It's not gonna matter if Annabelle can't get past her or hit the buzzer in time, and it doesn't look like it's gonna lean that way. There's 12 seconds on the clock. You see, they're both fighting right now. Candelaria's building that swing, trying to reach for the ladder. Annabelle does get the dismount here, but the time is over, and the victory in this round is gonna go to Candelaria. On our right side, our right side's gonna have Maxime, and our left side's gonna have Nikhil. It's the round I was talking about from earlier. Winner's gonna face Kyle, and they are off. Both moving. building up a swing to grab that first set of rings, and he has it now. And he is going to get off on that dismount right now. Coming through this bounce should be okay for him. So they're kind of head-to-head right now. Nikhil's pretty close. They're both on that zip line. They both need to build up a big swing. They reach it. They pull. They grab right away. Oh, it's close. It is close. Nikhil's going arm over arm. Maxime skipping. Maxime's first off. Maxime gets the wub. Maxime wins here. Oh, it's a great performance out of Nikhil. All right, our next set of races is going to be Kira Moore versus Paige Cutler. Paige on the left, Kira on the right. And they are going. See, they're both moving pretty close so far. The advantage goes to Paige. She's ahead of Kira. Now they're kind of tied up now. Paige lost her advantage, and just like that, they're both even on the zip line. And matter of fact, it's Kira who's pulling ahead. Look at that. She's taking some skips on the ladder, and Paige is getting stuck up here. Kira's going to come back, and she is going to get the victory. Look at that. Wow, what a comeback win out of Kira. See, Paige is still fighting for it. Yeah, she researched that obstacle. Come on, let's see it, Paige. I already had that. All right. Our next set of runners is going to be Lucas Norg. No, Lucas Ngo facing Noah Hallam. Noah's on our left, Lucas on our right. All right, they are starting here. See, they're both coming on through. Lucas with the advantage at the moment. He is an obstacle ahead. And she's already at that trapeze. He needs a big swing, and he needs to get through this ladder quickly. See, he's skipping too. Wow, that's the first we've seen that. And he's going to be able to reach that ring right away. And this is going to be a killer time out of Lucas. He's going to get the victory. And that is a blazing fast time of 36 seconds. Lucas does take the victory in that round, and he is going to move on to our semifinals. So it was a great performance out of Noah. He's still going. Yeah, he still wants that clear, and he's going to have enough time for it. If he keeps pulling and he keeps kicking hard. Unfortunately, no one's going to time out there, but he's still going to hit that buzzer. Yeah, see, he's happy with that. All right, our next runners is going to be the girls. It's going to be Kira Morgan facing Emma. Emma's going to be on our left side. Kira's going to be on our right. Emma's a 2 seed. Kira is the 10 seed. See, Kira comes out of Aspire, and Emma's coming out of Nickel City. I have that. All right, here they go. Oh, Kira has the advantage already. See, Emma's a bit behind her here, but it still can be made up for at the moment. Kira gets off the dismount. Kira's moving. Yeah, she has a whole obstacle advantage at the moment against her. And just like that, she's already pulling up to that trapeze. And, yep, it looks like Kira has this in the bag. I'm not going to jinx it here, but she's able to get this dismount. She's going to have it right here. She just has a couple bounce steps to finish. And Kira is going to move on to our semifinals. Great job. You see Emma. She's still kicking on that trapeze right there. She's working to build that momentum. Let's see it, Emma. Come on. Yes, she gets that reach. And she has enough time to clear. We'd love to see it. Seeing these athletes never give up, it is awesome. Yeah. Good job fixing that swing. And now she has to make the dismount. Yeah. And she's going to get it. She hits the buzzer. Great job out of Emma. Oh, Kira went for the fist bump. And we get to see it. Great job. Great camaraderie out of them. All right, our next set of athletes is going to be back to the males. We are going to see Eric Norg facing Gianluca. Gianluca is going to be on our left. Eric's on our right. Winner of this gets a spot in the semifinals. Eric coming out of Warrior Factory Brantford. Gianluca seems to be coming out of Steel Peak. Oh no, Gianluca fails. Eric has the advantage, but he still can't reach that ring. Gianluca fails again. Now this is crucial right now. Oh, that's a crazy dismount out of Eric. She right now she hits that balance, and just like that, he's onto that zip line. He deals up a big swing there, and he makes the pull to the trapeze. He has the advantage over John Luke. You see John Luke is still on that zip line right there. Eric's already on that ladder, and Oh, little slip from Eric, but if he can make the dismount, he'll be okay. And just like that, we are going to see Eric in our semifinals. John Lucas on that ladder right there. He's going to keep on moving. He's got to build up a swing here. He reaches with the right, and he just has to line up that dismount. Oh my gosh, he's hanging. He's facing the wrong direction now. He's got to adjust it and make that dismount onto the tire. He does it. John Luca is still going to get the clear. Oh my god, you saw that body proposition right there. He gets that buzzer, especially with a save on that last obstacle. That was a great run out of both of them, but we will be seeing Eric Norg in the next round. All right, our next set of athletes is going to be Alyssa Sarugin against Porter Williamson. Porter's on our left, Alyssa's on our right, and Porter is the higher seed in this race. She did not have to do that first round, which is a big advantage for energy, because Alyssa might be a bit more tired than Porter. But then again, it could be seen as an advantage because Alyssa has more chances to try the course, and she has a little bit more experience on this course. Okay, here they go. Alyssa gets the lead first. You see, she moves one step on each quad, and then it was not the same for Porter. But Alyssa's taking the lead here. She's taking one swing on each of these rings. Oh my gosh, she flops. She's okay. They'll keep on moving. But just like that, we see Porter's in the lead now because she took it slow. And if she's able to build up her swing and get this dismount, she'll have the lead. And she does. No, the same thing happens to her. Oh, commentator's curse right there. But you see Alyssa, she's taking the lead right now. She's onto that zip line. And Porter has to restart that first obstacle. She has well over an obstacle lead at the moment. And she's already on that trapeze. And she's onto the ladder now. She's skipping every other bar. She's moving quickly. She's not even taking a backswing on some of these. She's already reaching that ring, and she's getting off to the tire. And it looks like Alyssa, commentator's curse once again. She's going to have to restart and get to that ladder. But she does still have the advantage. Porter is so close, man. She was right there with her. But you see Alyssa, she's trying to build up her swing and reach that ladder right now. And if neither of them complete this obstacle, the win will go to Alyssa. Because she got there. But it doesn't seem like this is going to be the case. Oh, Porter slips down again. She's going to have to restart. She is going to get to try this next obstacle. But just like that, Alyssa's off the dismount. And she is going to hit that buzzer and get the point. And she will be moving on to our semis. See Porter still trying to kip up here. And make it to our ladder. Kicking hard here. Yes, she does get the reach, but she's going to decide to drop down. But it was a great run out of Porter. She should be proud of that performance, and she should be proud of her performance all weekend. Our next set of races is going to be Ellis Finlater on our left side and Benjamin Page Polchak on our right side. So Ellis on the left, Benjamin's on the right. Ellis is coming out of Warrior Factory Hamilton, and Benjamin's coming out of Zakata Ninja Warrior. Both are in Hamilton. Benjamin with a slight advantage in the first obstacle. You see he got through those quad steps a bit quicker. And he's already off, and he's over that tire. Well, you see Ellis is still on that ring swing, but it seems like he's getting off now. He failed the balance, so he has to restart. So the gap has been closed slightly for Ellis. But Benjamin's already swinging here, and he's going to make his way to that trapeze bar. See, Ellis is right behind him, so this is salvageable, actually. Because you see Benjamin struggling to reach it. And if Ellis can get it on his first try, Just like that, the gap is closed. But no, Ellis takes a backswing, and she Benjamin's already moving across that ladder. We got to see some quick movements out of Ellis if he wants to get it. But it looks like Benjamin's going to get the win because he's already off and he's already hit the buzzer. That was a great run. And Ellis was not a slouch either. That was a great run out of both of them. But with that, we're going to have Benjamin move on to our semis. Now, our next racer are going to be Annabelle versus Ivy, and this is going to be in our losers bracket. Ivy's on our right, Annabelle's on our left. See, Ivy gets off that first obstacle first. I am stood corrected. She fell. So you see, Annabelle's going to have the advantage here, actually. She takes a backswing on that ring. She's already building it up, but Ivy reaches it first. So that advantage is made up for and gone now. You see Ivy in the green. She is going to get off right there. She's onto that tire. She's making her way across that balance beam. And she is climbing up to that platform for the zip line. Ah, you see Annabelle in the background. She's still struggling with that ring obstacle. So see, Ivy's going to have a huge advantage here. She's already reaching that ladder. You know, I see Ivy in the back. And she's already on that dismount. She is going to run off and be able to hit that buzzer first at a blazing fast time. And you see Annabelle is still behind. She's at the zip line right now. Yeah. She touches it, and now she's going to be able to climb up and start her swing. She's going to have enough time to throw that swing there. She's building her swing here. She's going to get her kick. Yeah, she's fighting for it. You see, she's getting some advice from her coaches. Time is running short for Annabelle, though, so it does not seem like she'll be able to clear within the time limit, but you see she's still fighting for it. Our next races are going to be Kyle Konsak versus Nick Price. No, not Maxime Price. Kyle is going to be on our left. Maxime's going to be on our right. All right. Here they go. See, see, they're building up a swing here. Uh, Maxime is behind at the moment. You see that Kyle has the lead, but they're kind of head to head. Yeah, Kyle's leading on the zip line right now. He's the first to get off. And it is a close race right now. They're both on the ladders. They are moving quickly. But Mr. Price is moving faster on that ladder. He's going to be the first to reach out that ring. And it is going to be a close run to the buzzer. But Mr. Price gets there quicker. And Kyle is right behind him. That was a close race at the very end. That was a 40-second time from Price. That was a great run out of both of them. They should be both proud. And that was one of the best races we've seen all day. But our next races are going to be Paige Cutler versus Amia Tannen. Paige is on our left, Amia's on our right. This is the losers bracket, so I don't think they could take another loss here. Okay, and they are off. Ooh, Amia takes a backswing, and Paige goes straight into it. They are moving very quickly. And it looks like Paige is going to be the first to get off. Amia's actually the first to get off. They're really neck and neck at the moment. See, they're moving. Amia gets a fail there, and Paige is actually going to be the first person to get the zip line. But Amia gets it quickly, and just like that, the gap is closed. They're both on the zip line. Paige is the first person to reach the trapeze, but Amia's right there. She gets a bigger swing than Paige, actually. So she's coming up from behind, and she's actually in the lead right now. You see she's taking one skip on every one of those ladder rungs. She takes a 1-2, and she reaches the ring. She gets off, and she's going to be the first to hit the buzzer, and she's going to stay in the game. Amia gets the win, and Paige is right behind her. She's at the end of the ladder, and she's just going to make sure she gets that buzzer because she should get the buzzer. She was incredible on this race. It was just Amia was an elite athlete on that run. So that was just great to see. Great run out of both of them. See, they're both very happy about that run, as they should be. Okay, our next set of racers is going to be Noah Highland versus Nikhil Lamba. Nikhil's on our right, Noah's on our left. See, Nikhil's kind of taking the lead right now. Nikhil is ahead by a little bit at the moment. He's already onto that zip line. He's taking a pull by Noah. Is still on the balance beam, so he has about a half obstacle lead at the moment, and he's already at the trapeze. If he can reach up to that ladder at the first swing, he is able to get off. He's skipping every other one. So he's barely using a swing here. You see that he kind of ran out of momentum, so he's going arm over arm now, using every single rung. And he's already at the ring. He's looking backwards. That's not where he's supposed to be looking. And he's running. He is dashing, and he's going to get that buzzer. He's going to win, and he's going to stay in this game. But you see Noah, he's going arm over arm. We want to see another clear out of Noah. And he's going to pull and get off. And we're going to see a clear out of Noah. And that's just awesome. You see how happy he is? He's slamming it a bunch of times. He's going to hug his family. Yeah, he's ecstatic. That's a great job out of Noah. But but and our next set of runners is going to be Porter Williamson versus Shayla Musklow. And this is going to be in our losers bracket. All right, they are moving. You see, Shayla's the first one to the rings, and Paige is just starting it now. Shayla has the obstacle advantage at the moment. She is already past the bounce, and she is moving quickly on that. She's already at that zip line, and meanwhile, Paige is behind. But there is some ground to be made up here. This is just the back half of the race. She takes one pull, she's already on that ladder. She's skipping every other rung, and she's gonna make it to the end. She skips the last one and pulls off. She's gonna get the win and stay in the game. Cece's celebrating with her teammates. Meanwhile, Paige is climbing up, and she's gonna try and start this trapeze. You know, it's so hard to start building your swing on that thing when you have no momentum, but especially someone her size and age. But you see, she has the strength to do it, and she reaches the ladder, and we are gonna still see it clear out of her. You know, she's gonna fight hard, put herself in a good position, and make sure she has a run that she could be proud of. And she does. Porter gets the buzzer. Good job out of both of them, but Shayla is gonna stay in the tourney. Now our next set of races is gonna be Jean-Luca versus Beckett. Beckett's on our right, Jean-Luca's on our left. All right, they are off. Oh, we got a lot going on with the adults. This is the wrong stream if you want to watch adults, and you should be. That is entertaining. But meanwhile, back with our 70s, we have Beckett versus not Nikhil. Beckett versus it's gonna be Beckett versus Jean-Luca. Jean-Luca's on the left, Beckett's on the right. Beckett's coming out of Aspire Whitby, and Jean-Luca seems to be coming out of Steer Peak, though he's rocking the orange. He fooled me at first. I thought he was from Nickel City. Okay, they are going. Beckett's first off. It's already on those rings. See, Jean-Luca's a bit behind him. And Beckett's already on that dismount. He's making his way through the balance beam. You see Jean-Luca's finally getting off those rings. He's climbing up. And Beckett's reaching that zip line. He needs a big pull here. But you see he's kind of forcing his way through instead of using that momentum. And yeah, Jean-Luca gets a good pitch off. And just like that, they're bounced again. But Beckett reaches a trapeze first. And he's going straight into that ladder. One move. The next, he reaches it. One more swing. And he's going to reach that wooden ring. Get off. And he's racing to that buzzer. He hits it. And that's going to be the win right there. But you see John Lucas is no scrub either. He's going to get that buzzer. Look at that, man. That was a great race. Seven U. We're going to have Amia on our right side, and we're going to have Ivy on our left. Okay, here they go. Ivy and Amia. Oh, you see Ivy takes the lead because Amia takes that backswing on that first swing. And Ivy's going to be the first off the dismount. And she's already on that balance state. But Amia climbs up quickly, and just like that, they are pretty close here. You see Ivy still has a slight advantage going into this trapeze. You take the pullback here. And they both go right away into it. This is a close race here. It's going to come down to this ladder. Who can get across faster? And you see Amia is moving fast, but Ivy gets off first. And it looks like she's going to get the buzzer. And she does it. By just under a second, she beats her. Wow. That was a close race. We got Ellis on our left, Armin on our right. They're pretty neck and neck so far. They're looking identical. Oh, well, Ellis misses the ring. And see that Armin is ahead. Oh no, but he falls down on the dismount. He's not able to reach it. And just like that, Ellis is back in the lead. You see that Armin has to restart. Well, Ellis is keeping a calm pace so far. He's going to take a pullback and he's going to go through that dismount with one arm. Next zip line he's going to. Yep, he's already on that trapeze, but he needs to build up a swing and get it really quickly. He does not want to waste energy here, and he knows that. He reaches right into that ladder. He's taking some skips here. He's going to reach to the end, and he's going to go straight to that ring. No, I'm wrong. He's going to take one more, take it safe, and then make that dismount. He does not. He just loves hanging with one arm, and he makes it on the corner. Just make sure he doesn't fall down, and he will be clear and get that buzzer. You see him in, still on that zip line. Got to make sure we see it clear here. He's going to build up that swing on that blue trapeze. And move it across. Yep, he's going to get that dismount, and he will be hitting a buzzer here with less than 10 seconds on the clock. We see it. Another great run out of both of them. All right. Our next runners are going to be Emma on our left side and Shayla on our right. Emma's from Nickel City, Shayla's from Aspire Whitby, and they are off. So Shayla has a slight advantage at the moment over Emma. And he's keeping that on her way to that dip line. She's going to take a pull back and go right into it, build a big swing, and get off and reach the piece. If she can build it up, she's going to be able to reach that ladder on one swing. And she has the lead at the moment. And she's going to get off. And she's going to be the first one to reach it. Oh, no, she actually fails. But she still has a huge advantage. So I don't see her falling again. She's got to make sure she cleans it up this time. And she will get the buzzer. Great job out of Shayla. Meanwhile, Emma is at her zip line at the moment. She's having a little trouble here. But yeah, she needs a bit more power on this push. She's having a little trouble reaching it. She needs a bit more power. It might not be a bad idea for her to reset here. Oh no, she has it with one hand, and she's already at that trapeze. Once again, we know this is giving some of our athletes trouble here. It's building up the swing, especially when they don't pull back from the ring and go right away. But it's not going to be any trouble for Emma. She has enough time on the clock to get the clear. Maybe not. Time's ticking down here. She might have enough time to finish this obstacle, especially if she goes right away. But unfortunately, she does time out here. But that's not going to stop her. She's going to run in and hit that buzzer. Great job out of both of those girls. All right. Next race is going to be Kyle Konsak versus Cole Hatcher. Kyle's on our left. Cole is on our right. You know, Cole's one of our international athletes, not residing in Ontario, so they traveled all the way from the States to get here. But Kyle does not care about that. He's going to give him destruction on the course. He has a slight lead, but he actually falls down there. So he's going to have to restart the balance beam, which shouldn't be that big of a problem. It's going to take a couple seconds away from him, but you see Owen's already on that trapeze bar, and he's going to start kicking back and forth to reach to it. He does not get to pull back on the trapeze, which can cause him trouble. Because just like that, him and Kyle are neck and neck here. It could be anyone's race right here. It's just going to come down to who grabs that one ring first. And it's going to be Cole, and Kyle's right behind him. Cole gets the buzzer. Kyle gets it half seconds later. And Cole gets the win. All right, our next runners is going to be Kira Moore versus Candelaria. Kira's on our left. Candelaria is on our right. Audio. Okay. No, it's good. It's good. All right, here comes Kira, and here comes Candelaria. Kira has the advantage, first one off, and she's already on that ring. She takes one backswing, and she's leading. She's on the third ring. Candelaria just reaching the second, and Kira is the first person to get off the obstacle. She goes over the tire. She's onto that balance beam, and see Candelaria gets her dismount just now, and she's climbing up. She takes a pull back onto the ring, and she reaches the next one. And Candelaria just climbs up to the platform. And Kira takes a pullback, and she might be able to reach that ladder right away. She does. She's skipping moves. She has the lead. She keeps it smooth, and she will be able to reach that ring, get off, and win this race, assuming she does not stumble here. No commentators first. She does not. She gets the win. Candelaria is still on this zip line platform at the moment. And she misses the reach to that trapeze, unfortunately. So she's gonna have to keep on kicking hard here, which is often a struggle with their athletes. So she's gonna have to kick hard. You see how high she's getting her legs? See, it's all about keeping this rhythm here of building it back and forth, just like you would at a swing at a playground. And see, she makes it there. She's using every single one of those rungs, making sure she gets across. She does not want to have to retry this obstacle, considering how taxing it is. And she's gonna build it up at the very end. She's gonna reach that wooden ring, and she gets a dismount, and she's gonna clear with time left, and she does it. See, Coach Pat, who just ran a race like 2 minutes ago, is already with her. See the dedication of that guy. A great job out of both of those girls. Now, I believe our next runner is going to be Beckett on our left side and Nikhil on our right. All right, this is gonna be a tight race. All right, they are starting. Beckett and Nikhil are going off. You see the crowd's already into it. Oh yeah, they are in sync at the moment. Beckett gets a slight advantage, and he has maybe a half-second advantage. That advantage is already gone. You see how fast Nikhil went through that bounce lane? That is insane. He's already on that zip line, and Beckett has lost it. He's still behind him, but it's just something he can make up if he goes very quickly. But you see Nikhil, he's skipping rungs here. He's moving very quickly. He's not taking many back swings. He's going to reach for that ring. He looks back. That's not where you got to look. He's looking forward. He's getting for the buzzer. He hits one, and he gets the buzzer. But you see Beckett's right behind him. And if he was facing pretty much any other athlete, Beckett would have gotten the win here. But that was just a phenomenal run out of Nikhil. And a phenomenal run out of Beckett as well. That was just a great race. All right, our next runners is going to be Kira Morgan versus Alyssa. Kira's on our left, and Alyssa is on our right. Okay, the race is about to start, and they are off right next to each other. This is going to be a tight race. These are very strong athletes, and I believe this is the semis. Oh no, Kira misses the dismount. That is huge. That's a lot of ground to make up for, especially considering how long that first obstacle is. Alyssa's going to have the advantage. She's the first off. She pulls back on that zip line, and she's already reaching that trapeze. Meanwhile, you see Kira. She's climbing up. She's going to start the zip line at the moment, but Kira is behind by a lot, and Alyssa is skipping wrong. She is moving fast, and she is onto that dismount platform. So it looks like Alyssa gets the win, and Kira is back at the trapeze at the moment. Builds it up. Gets it through. She's gonna still finish for herself. You see, she's skipping too. We love to see that. Not many athletes have done it, and she's gonna get off with that dismount. Go for it. Go over that quad step and get that buzzers regardless. Great job out of Kira, and that was a great job out of Alyssa. So Alyssa's gonna make that finals, and she still does not have a loss. So she's gonna be in a good position to win this tournament. Meanwhile, Kira is gonna have to go down to her losers bracket, which is something she can definitely get out of. She has the skills to do so. Coming up next, we have Cole Hatcher versus Ellis. Cole's going to be on our left, and Ellis is on our right. Cole, one of our international athletes. Meanwhile, Ellis is coming out of Warrior Factory, Hamilton. Oh, you see, Ellis was quick, but he falls down, and oh, see a little stumble with Cole's hand, but he makes up for it, and he's already moving past the next one. You see Ellis, he's starting the next one. He's taking a backswing on the end, and Cole gets off that dismount. He's moving through the bounce right now, keeping it safe, make sure those knees are bent, and he's going to get backwards and go right into that zip line, take a big swing here, line it up for that trapeze. He's holding on with one hand, he matches, and now he's going to take a pull back here. He does not get enough, so he's going to have to take a couple kicks on this trapeze. No, I'm wrong. He's able to get it on this next swing, and you see Ellis is a bit behind. He's trying to build up his swing, trying to reach that trapeze, and Cole is at the very end, and he gets that dismount, and it looks like Cole's going to get the victory for this race, and he does so. And making sure that Ellis finishes up. Gets that buzzer here. Yeah, he goes over it. He's going to dash for that buzzer, and he's going to get it. Guy, he's got to be happy with that. That was so a great run. Meanwhile, in our losers bracket, we have Shayla Muscow versus Candelaria. Candelaria is going to be on our left, and Shayla's on our right. Shayla's coming out of Aspire Whippy, and I believe Candelaria is coming out of Nickel City. All right, here they go. Shayla and Candelaria are off. Shayla has the lead right now. She's quicker on those quad steps, and you already see she's getting that advantage, and it's only building because you see Candelaria is having a little bit trouble on the rings, but she's making up for it now. She's using every other swing. But you see, Shayla's already onto the balance. She's past the balance. She's onto that ring swing. She's taking it back. She's using that zip line, and she's pulling up to that blue trapeze. You see Candelaria in the back. She is on the zip line at the moment. You see Shayla. She's moving across that ladder pretty efficiently, and she's going to get to the end. Reach that wooden ring. You see Candelaria still on the zip line. So it looks like Shayla's going to get the win and stay alive in the tourney. That was great out of Shayla. Candelaria finishes. She needs to finish here. She's on the zip line. You see, she's had trouble in the past with this zip line. It's all about getting this huge swing here. You see Coach Pat's giving her advice, making sure she gets enough momentum here. And on this one, she's able to touch it, so that means she's going to be able to climb up on this next one. And that's all she needs. But once again, the dreaded swing for these children, they just don't have much power. Well, proportionally they do, but compared to an adult, they do not. So it's going to take a lot more effort on her side to reach those ladders, and she does it. She has the power for it. She's going to make her way across this ladder, skipping a rung now. Yeah, she matches and decides to keep on going. She gets to that last rung, and now she's building up her swing, grabs that wooden ring, and goes, gets over that quad step, and she's going to hit that buzzer. Still finishes. Good job. Coach Pat celebrating with her. Oh, I am excited for this coming up next. We have Eric Norg versus Lucas. Lucas is on our left and Eric is on our right. These are two fast athletes. They are on the move. See Lucas going right into it. Eric's right into it as well. You see they're kind of carbon copies of each other at the moment. Look at that. They are in sync. But look at that out of Eric. He skips that last ring and he has a half obstacle advantage over Lucas. He's already onto that zip line. But Lucas is making up some ground here. He does the pull. And just like that, they're neck and neck. Eric pulls off. Eric's in the lead. Lucas is next to him. Lucas skips some. Eric is skipping some as well. Oh, Lucas is at the end. Lucas isn't lined up though. He lands it. Oh my goodness, it's a race to the buzzer. Who got it? Oh no. Lucas's buzzer didn't go off. Eric gets the victory. That was such a close ending. Man, that was incredible. That was just as fast as I thought it was going to be. But our next race is going to be in our losers bracket. Kira, fresh off a loss, is going to be facing Ivy, who's been in this losers bracket for a while now. She's been battling. All right, they are on the move. A little stumble out of both of them on the start. So it kind of cancels out. Oh no, Kira just straight up misses the ring, and Ivy has the advantage. She's going to restart, but it is not something she cannot come back from. Since she fell so early in the ring, she didn't really lose that much time there. But Ivy does have the advantage here. You give Ivy any opportunity to win this race, and she's going to do so. But you see Kira's on the back. She's moving up. She's already onto that zip line. She's taking a pull back. And Ivy's already reaches the trapeze. Meanwhile, Kira just reaches the trapeze. Now Ivy's on the ladder. Kira's behind her. You're going to see a very fast movement out of Ivy. And Kira's at the end, too. This is actually very close. Kira closed up some ground, but Ivy's going to get the win and keep it in. And Kira is going to get out despite how fast of a run there. She just was unable to make up from that second obstacle flutter. But that was a fast race. That was 40 seconds out of Ivy. All right, our next runners are going to be Benjamin on our left side and Maxime on our right. All right, here they go. Benjamin's coming out of Zakata. Maxime is coming out of Nickel City. These are some fast athletes. Benjamin with the one swing advantage. He's already off. He's onto the bounce. But you see, Maxime is right next to him now. He's coming up. Benjamin still has a slight lead. If he'd be able to just keep that, he will get the win. You see, he takes one pull back. He's already onto that ladder. He's going to skip one. But you see, Maxime, you know he's a demon on the ladder. You saw it. I called it. It's head to head. They'll race it to the buzzer. Who gets the win? I don't know. Who got it? Who won? Oh my god. Maxime gets the win by 0.08 seconds. Wow, that was such a comeback and such a tight race. That is the closest difference we've seen all day. Jeez, I gotta catch my breath after that one. I'm tired just watching them. But we gotta keep on going. So our next races are gonna be Shayla Mustow versus Ivy Davidson. These guys have been pushing the losers bracket. They are trying to stay in this tournament and get to that championship round. Here they go. Shayla goes right into it. You see, she has kind of a half swing over Ivy at the moment. But no, they made up for it just like that. And actually, Shayla makes up for it once again because you saw Ivy had a slight stumble there. And they're pulling Shayla's ahead. Ivy has to restart an obstacle. And Shayla is already onto that ladder. You see, if she just keeps it smooth here, she should be able to eat Ivy. But Ivy's right behind her. She's already pushing. She knows she can get that win. Oh, wow. Ivy's fast through that ladder. But it does not matter. Shayla's going to get the advantage. And Shayla's going to hit that buzzer. Shayla stays alive. Ivy's right behind her. Great race out of those two. Oh, wow. Our next runners is going to be Lucas versus Cole. Lucas on our left, Cole is on our right. Like I said before, these two athletes are blazing fast. Okay, and we are going to be starting off pretty close at the moment. I think Cole has kind of an advantage at the moment from my angle. Oh, yep. You saw Cole with a little skip right there, but Lucas makes up for it, actually. Seems like that was more efficient in the long term. Lucas goes right into it. He doesn't even take a kickback. You see, he has the advantage over Cole at the moment. He pulls back on the trapeze, and he's already doing it. You see, oh, yeah. You see Lucas, he's skipping two. Cole skipping one. And it looks like Lucas is going to stay in the game. And Cole's going to have to just go for the buzzer here. Hit the buzzer. And Lucas gets the win. Lucas does get the win there. All right, our next race is going to be Kira Moore versus Alyssa Sarajan. Kira's on our left, and Alyssa is on our right. All right, here we go. See Alyssa with the slight advantage. Bigger strides, a bit of advantage with the height. Ah, you see Kira's missing a ring. Meanwhile, Alyssa is not making any mistakes here. She knows she can close the door if she just takes advantage of Kira's slight mistake so early in the course run. We see Kira's not going to give up either. She gets out of that first obstacle. Meanwhile, Alyssa is pulling back onto that zip line. She makes her way to that trapeze bar. And Kira has another mistake. She's going to have to restart the bounce. And you see Alyssa's going arm over arm here. She's not using much swing. She's going to be able to get a pull back and reach the wooden, and Kira is still on that zip line. So from what it seems, Alyssa gets the win and stays in the game. Kira's still going to finish. She had a great run, and it's been great all of today. Back on our boys' side, we're going to see Benjamin coming out as a Kata Ninja Warrior on our left side versus Nikhil on our right. All right, they are on their way. Oh, Nikhil kind of stumbled a little bit, but it actually worked in his favor because you see Benjamin made a little stumble on that first obstacle and has to retry it. So just like that, Nikhil went back for some reason. It seems like he failed an obstacle as well. And it works in Benjamin's favor because he is on the bounce and onto that zip line, and Nikhil's way back onto that second obstacle. So if Benjamin just takes advantage of the stumble, he should be able to get the clear. You know how fast he is on this ladder movement. Yeah, you see he's skipping 2 bars apiece. He's looking backwards. That's not the play here. Because the keel is right there with him once again. I do not know how fast he made up that ground because he was behind by a lot. But it still looks like Benjamin's going to get that victory. And Keel is right behind him. You see he's going through that balance lane now, and he's going to hit it. Yeah, that was a great race out of those two. Our next runner is going to be Kira Moore versus Shayla. Again, Kira's on our left, Shayla's on our right, and they are off the starting block. They're going to be moving. They're both running straight into that ring right there, and they are pulling. It looks like Shayla has the half obstacle advantage here, but yeah, just a half second ahead of Kira at the moment. Kira's trying to climb her way up, and Shayla's onto that zip line. Kira fails an obstacle. Oh, and you do not want to give that advantage to someone like Shayla, who's so fast. And she's going to make her way to the end of the ladder. Meanwhile, Kira just reaches the ladder. Shayla's off the ladder. Shayla hits the buzzer. She's already celebrating with her teammates. Meanwhile, Kira also hits the buzzer and should also be celebrating with her teammates as they're on the same team. Ah, now we're taking a look at Lucas versus Benjamin, who have been fighting in this loser's bracket. It's win or go home. All right, they are off. They are right next to each other. It's tough to say who has the advantage at the moment, but it is. Ooh, that's why I don't say things too fastly because you saw Lucas had a huge dismount right there. But Lucas actually fails an obstacle. You see Chris Chance kind of pointing at him to restart, but it happens to both of them, so it doesn't really affect either. And just like that, Lucas is already onto that zip line. He's pulling backwards. Meanwhile, you see that Benjamin's a bit behind him, so Lucas has the advantage at the moment, and you know he loves to double skip onto these ladders. One more, he should be able to reach that wooden ring and get off that dismount platform, and he does so. A little stumble there, but that's not going to stop him. He's going to get to that buzzer and win this round, stay in the game. See, Benjamin's not going to give up either. You know he still wants to get that one last buzzer. See Benjamin, just make sure he gets a clear here. Little 1-2 to get off, and he hits that buzzer. That's a great job out of Benjamin, and that was a great job out of Lucas. All right, our next set of runners is going to be Alicia facing Shayla Musklow. What round is this now? This is late in the tournament now. All right, here they go. Let's see it. The crowd is excited. Shayla's first off. Alyssa's right next to there. Jeremy's face is covering the camera. And Shayla moves through. Shayla's ahead. Alyssa's through the zip line. Shayla's the first to the trapeze. You see Alyssa's one swing behind her, but you know how fast Alyssa is onto these bars. Look at that, those skips. She's made up for it in just half a second. She misses the reach, and that's going to cost her. Shayla's going to be the first to the buzzer. Shayla gets the win. 34 seconds. All right, our next race is going to be Eric Nord facing Mr. Price. Eric's on our left, and Price is on our right. The price is right. All right, here comes Eric and Maxime. Straight into it at the moment. It's hard to tell who has the advantage. We saw that little 1-2 coming out of Maxime, and he has the advantage at the moment. Eric's a bit behind. See what ground they can make up during this run. You see Maxime's kind of sliding it through while Eric's using more of his momentum, and you see how that gains. They are right next to each other, actually. Maxime is so fast through this ladder. Can Eric make up for it? Oh, you saw those 1-2s. That's going to be tough to beat. And just like that, Mr. Price is going to get another buzzer. And you see how ecstatic he is. Eric's right behind him. Both very fast runs. That's going to be 35.5 for Maxime. All right. And I believe this is our championship round. We're having another rematch between Shayla and Alyssa. The winner is our head-to-head champion. This is it. This is for the gold. This is going to be an exciting race. You saw Shayla did get the advantage in the last race. That was Alyssa's first loss. Okay, here they go. This is it. This is the final. Alyssa's about ahead here, but they look about the same. You saw that one-touch dismount coming out of Alyssa. Just like that, they made it up. But look at that. Shayla's so quick through the bounce. The gap is closed. They are right next to each other. Shayla's actually ahead. Look at that. She's like a half swing ahead. And they are going through. It comes down to who gets the ladder. You saw Alyssa with a slight stumble on her last run, but does she do it again? No, she does not. She gets to that landing platform first, and she's going to get the win here and win it. And Shayla's right behind her. A time of 32 seconds out of Alyssa. That might be the fastest time you've seen boys or girls. Eh, That's going to end our girls. But we're going to have another rematch between Eric versus Lucas. Alyssa does get the W. Now it's just Eric and Lucas. Eric's on our left, Lucas is on our right. If you've been watching the stream, you know how fast these athletes are. They are moving out the gates. You see another skip coming out of both of them. Eric should be first onto that zip line, though. You saw how quickly he got through that transition. He's got to make a big pull here. And you see Eric's right behind him, but Lucas does have the advantage. And Lucas loves to skip big here. And you see he's doing it again. 2 rungs skipped. He has enough momentum to reach the wooden ring. Oh, he fails, he fails, he fails. Eric's going to win. Eric gets the win. That stumble there costed him. And Eric shut the door closed. Wow, that was incredible. Great job to both of them. So our next runner is going to be Eric. He gets no rest, it seems. We're going to get a couple minutes break here between Maxime and Eric's race. Because I believe this is going to be our championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, this could possibly be the final championship round of the 7U male division. If Maxim wins, it is all over. If Eric pulls it off, we are going one more time.
Maxime wins, it's over. But if Eric gets a W, we're going to go to one more race. So this is a must win for both of them. Not a must win for both of them. It's a must win for Eric. Maxime does still have one race to lose. The price is left. All right, here they go. They're off. You see, Eric actually has the advantage on the first obstacle. He goes into it quicker. And you know, Eric, he loves to do a skip on this last obstacle. He does it. Maxime is a bit behind now. He's going to have to make it up on this balance board. He does not so far. You see, Eric still has the advantage on the zip line. He's going to take a pullback, go right into it. One arm swings. Less momentum being used than Eric. Maxime's first on the ladder. Maxime's so fast on the ladder. Maxime's going to get the victory. Maxime is our champion. You see how he's crushing that buzzer. He's going to break it. If you're even close to Maxime when you're on that ladder, the door is shut. Maxime is going to win. With that, that's the end of our 7U division. So for our girls, the winner was Alyssa, and for our boys, the winner was Maxime. Mr. Price himself. That was a great showing from all of our 7U division.